Last interview of the night, and we really couldn't turn it down because it was a scion of the community, Suzanne McCormack, a famous Chicago name. Suzanne, not only are you a famous Chicago name, but you own one of the boats in this race. Is that right?
Right. Cahoots.
And that's a Peterson 34, an older boat. And you got Tom Bizzle driving the boat, and they've done pretty well over the years, right?
They won the race.
They won the race overall.
Yes.
Now, I asked you this before, but maybe you can tell this for our fans. Well, how come a fit and beautiful woman like you doesn't race on the boat?
No comment.
Now, you spend a lot of time doing charitable causes in the area. What kind of stuff do you work on when you're not overseeing your race crew?
Lake Forest Symphony, Art Institute of Chicago, Chicago Service Club.
So you just so you do all that with your other time, and then for this race you come down here and cheer on your boys, right?
Right.
Will you go up to the island?
Right.
Now, Jennifer McGregor and Anderson McGregor, you guys are longtime friends. Why aren't you racing this race? I always say we need a lot more. We need a lot more good-looking women in this sport. It's 90% male in America.
Right.
Well, how come you're not out racing the Mackinac Island?
Maybe next year. But Suzanne and I know each other through a lot of philanthropy, so that's why we're here to support her.
And what stuff are you working on with your philanthropy endeavors?
I chair an AIDS Foundation here in Chicago, and I also work with the Benjamin Marshall Society with Suzanne, and he was the architect of East Lakeshore Drive.
Wow. Well, good for you guys. Now, about this this becomes like a social event, doesn't it? This whole Mackinac start. And I think in Chicago, it's a big deal. There's news vans and the whole deal. You know, what do you guys get out of coming down here just to hang out?
What's not to get out of this? I mean, it's a huge social event. It's one of the biggest one of the year that includes sailors. And I mean, it's just a great time to get around and talk about boats and, you know, catch up with friends from, you know, the past years.
Anderson, do you sail as well?
I do, but not in a competitive level, more of a leisure.
There's a lot more cruisers than there are races out there, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Plus, you know, the cruisers, we can have a lot more fun on a night like tonight. Everyone else has to call it a night early.
Yeah, they got to worry about, well, you know what? Having done this a few times, they don't all call it a night early. They're supposed to, but they don't.
Good point. Good point. All right. Well,
but let me ask you about cruising in Chicago, because I've only ever raced here. I've never cruised. What do you do as a cruiser here? You just go out for day sales, or can you go to other places nearby that are cool, or what?
Yeah, there are plenty of places where you can go nearby, but, you know, honestly, you know, you have to take advantage of things when it comes along. I mean, you know, Wednesday this week, all of a sudden we had 25-knot winds, and it was like, drop everything, we're going out. And, you know,
like that attitude.
You know, you have to take advantage of those things when they come along. So, yeah, I mean, there are plenty of places to go, you know, whether it's Indiana or Michigan or even up in Wisconsin. There are plenty of jumping off points. But, yeah, it's all about, you know, taking advantage of what you have around here, too.
Now, you guys are brother and sister. Do you sail together?
We have in the past, but we also are known to go to vintage Chris Craft, you know, antique wooden boat shows in Lake Huron.
Right on.
But we've been members here for a long time, and I actually entertain a lot of clients here on Wednesday nights, so we can go out on the boats and watch fireworks at Navy Pier on Wednesday night.
And
so
your clients love it. It's fun.
It's a great business strategy.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think
yeah.
that's a lot of things. And whether you're doing the Volvo Ocean Race or whatever, you know, the B2B kind of thing for sailing, it's just the ideal place to talk to clients and make deals, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, guys, anything else you want to say to people who might be watching tomorrow?
I love sailing.
Well, Suzanne, I thank you so much for coming over and talking to us, and it's great to meet you all. Thank you so very much. And make sure you can watch the start live on video tomorrow, and we'll do. You can go to sailinganarchy.com, or you can go to linehonors.com, or you can go to the CYC website. At the top, it'll say live coverage here, and just click on that link, okay?
I love sailing.
It's really nice to meet you all. And that's it for today's coverage of the 103rd Chicago Race to Mackinac, folks. I'm Mr. Clean. Remember, tomorrow morning, 10:30, live from the water, and we're out.